Welcome back to Gunnersbury Park, and today we are going to go for a walk through the Cornfield Meadow. This Cornfield Meadow was sowed 4 years ago. We used the silt from the round pond, which was cleaned out and deposited here, and then we sowed this annual cornfield mix, and you can see it's doing rather well. These lovely tapestries of the corn chamomile and the poppies. So we're doing our bit at Gunnersbury for ecology, biodiversity and wildlife, because these meadows are rich communities, so high in wildlife, covered in bees, and it's created an excellent new source of food for the bats, because in the evening the moths come and this is one of their courting grounds. The bats are so grateful. Cornfield meadows are increasingly rare, certainly through intensification of agriculture since World War II, and then in the 70s the introduction of herbicides and pesticides, which just left these fields which would naturally occur in cultivated corn. And that's why it's so important to sow wildflower meadows, and annual meadows are so important for nature. This was sown in autumn. Generally in the south it's the best time to sow, as the seeds have all winter to establish. They avoid the spring droughts that we are prone to in the south. The management of these meadows is in November we cut. We leave the wildflowers just to dry out and rest, so we can guarantee all the seed has come out, and then it's all picked up again. It doesn't really need resowing because it's got a perfect seed bank, its own natural seed bank, but occasionally you need to oversow every 3 to 4 years. And right here you can see we've got corn chamomile, and you've got Centaurea cyanus, the blue cornflower known as bachelor's button, the yellow daisy, which is the corn chamomile, and it's Anthemis arvensis. A bit you've got the lovely poppies, Papaver, the common field poppy, and the common field poppy has a long period of germination, so that's why you get them throughout the year. Miriam Rothschild coined the term the farmer's nightmare mix, and that is because back in the 60s and 70s, farmers saw all these terrible weeds in their corn and they didn't realise the benefit and biodiversity and the pollinators it brings in. And then if we come around the side, we will soon see a Schultzia, which is the Californian Poppy. And that is another thing that will just overtake the meadow. They're great value for money, lovely plants, but they're certainly not native, not that that's anything to hold against them. After all, meadows are all about diversity. But if you've got them, you must consider deadheading them before they set seed. Because again, like its good friend the corncockle here, they will dominate the meadow. So meadows need to be managed. If they aren't managed, they've just become scrubland. Pioneer species such as birch, nettle just move in, and soon it turns to woodland. Oh, and we're lucky enough, very lucky, this is quite early, but let's go in. Corn marigold, look at that. Quite a nice combination there of the cornflower, the poppy, corn chamomile and the corn marigold. So we've got the full suite of the 5 species that make up a cornfield meadow. Meadows have taught me that you just need to be patient. Last year we had a terrible year, and this year all we've done is cut it back in November, collected it, left it, and look what we've got, full of life. Even in the evening you see the bats lapping across the tops of the flowers, moths darting all over the place. What a beautiful sight to behold at Gunnersbury Park. Right, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching.